Hey, welcome to Chat with KST. I'm your girl Kay, and today we're going to be discussing Rick Ross's new girlfriend. Her name is Christina, right? Now, Christina has been ruffling the feathers. She has been ruffling the feathers. Now, first and foremost, I think Christina is a very beautiful girl. I don't know her age, but she seems pretty young. That's for one. But let's jump into what Christina recently did that has been ruffling the feathers. So she was in an interview where she basically answered a question saying that she was asked a question about Pretty V and why everyone constantly brings up Pretty V, who is Rick Ross's ex. And she's just like, hey, look, I don't know what they had, but I know whatever they had isn't what him and I have. Which is a very cliche answer to say, especially when you're young, thinking that in some way, shape, or form, what you have with this man is so different from what the next woman had with him. I do feel like there are relationships that bring out certain different parts within you. There are relationships that you do feel more loved in, and there are relationships that are more conditional than others, right? So there are different. I understand that there are different kind of relationships, so I kind of understand where she's coming from, but I do feel like there is also your perspective and your perception of someone else's relationship. So you can't walk into a relationship with this man, Rick Ross, and just listen to a one-sided situation from Rick Ross and say, oh, well, you know what me and him have are deeper than what they have because you weren't around for the ride to see what him and Pretty V have. Yes, there weren't photos. Yes, there wasn't a lot that was posted on social media between Pretty V and Rick Ross. But at the end of the day, I do feel like in some weird way, those are the best relationships. The Instagram relationships that you post every day on social media where you have, oh, my man, my man, my man, are the relationships that I feel like are have the least survival rates, right? I feel like relationships where you do hold it sacred and you just literally shut the hell up about your relationship and you guys both vibe behind the scenes are the best relationships. So again, you can't use photos and things like that to scale how grandiose your relationship. You can't use your ability to talk openly and say, oh, is my man, my man, my man, to say, oh my God, well, my relationship is in quote unquote better than what he had with her. So that's what I really didn't like about the sentiments that she made in that interview. And I think that's what a lot of people didn't like as well. But anyway, she moves on to now the ex, right? Another ex that he has, which is much older, and his baby mother. And it seems as if she's been fighting with all the girlies. And it's like, not like literally fighting, but like going back and forth with the girlies. And the other one is making fun of her for not knowing how to make tacos, telling her that she's not worth anything and stuff like that. And I just feel like at the end of the day, like I'm too pretty. I'm too I value myself way too much to be sitting here to argue back and forth with you, especially if I'm now the current chick. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that with you. I won't argue with you. I won't address anything. I won't talk. I'm just not doing it. You're not getting my energy. You're not getting my time. Maybe when I was younger, which is what this girl kind of has, this young energy around her that I kind of like, this young vibe around her. But I feel like at the older I get, like, I'm sorry, you're not getting my time, you're not getting my energy, you're not getting a response, babe. Like, you're not even worth it. If you want to sit here and argue, you will be arguing by yourself. By yourself. My man now. That's it. And it's just going to be reflected in the way that I move in my silence. You know what I mean? Now, moving on to her, Christina, his new girlfriend, is saying that she is a pick me. Now, I do like the fact that she has rebranded the word pick me to not necessarily mean a woman who is clawing or who's thirsty for a man to choose her, but for a woman who's manifesting and wanting that man to always just pick her, like always pick me. As like she rebranded it. I feel like it wasn't like I'm thirsty, but you know what, I want my man to pick me all the time. Pick me and don't pick the next bitch, right? So I like that she did do that. And at the end of the day, like, honestly, y'all be making up these terms, these pick me, y'all be overusing narcissistic and toxic and all. Y'all be using these things and just be calling anybody and then plastering on anyone. So if she rebranded it and was like, yeah, I want to be picked by my man, my man, my man, I think that too is fine. But hey, that's just how I feel about the new girl in Rick Ross' life, and we'll see how long she lasts. Later.